Hello Aquarius, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for April 2024. We are using the Tarot of the Magical Forest and the Elder Futhark on Rose Quartz stones. So let's get started with a card from the Tarot of the Magical Forest, and we have the Six of Cups. So this month, Aquarius, there is going to be a lot of time where you're going to be thinking back on times when you were very happy, when things were more innocent, and just sort of revisiting this. It could be a sense of nostalgia, or it could be sort of retracing your steps where you're saying, you know what, back in that time, I was happy. What about that time made me very happy, and how can I revive that now? Because obviously you can't bring back the past, but the elements of it that were making you feel happier, you can see about reintegrating into your life now, in whatever way works for you now. Like obviously there are situations where when we look back, we realized we were happy because we didn't know what was going on, really. So we can't unknow what we know now. But where there are things where I was happy, one of the things that I was doing back then that made me very happy and gave me joy, I can do that again now. So that kind of thing. Find the things from this time that you're looking back on as though sunlit and with innocence and with bliss. Obviously, not everything in this picture, like you look back and you only see the happy bits. There may have well been things going on that were not something that you want to bring forward. But it doesn't mean that you can't work on sort of reclaiming the good stuff from that time. So, yay. So let's get some runes down and clarify. That's a neat representation of looking back on your path. Okay. So, neat reading, mostly reversed. Let's have a look. Central issue this month, Aquarius, is Rydho reversed. Rydho's rune of the path and the journey, and it's riding, basically. But it is reversed on the path lines. So I'm going to read this a few ways. First of all, you're going to pause your forward journey while you look back. And it's a matter of looking back on your journey and sort of like going back and catching things up that maybe didn't come with you, which is really very representative of what this card is talking about as well. Leading up to this, we have Algi's reversed. Algi's is the rune of the elk, also known as the moose, if you're in North America. This has to do with protection and support. It is reversed on the path line. I'm going to read this a couple ways. First of all, you feel like you've been really doing your own protection for yourself and your own support for yourself leading up to this point, and you've sort of reached this point where it's like, wait a minute, there was more support, I think, before. And the other way I'm going to read this is maybe you haven't felt as supported as you would like to, and you want to sort of reclaim that feeling of support, whether this is with another person or whether this is just sort of in general with the world feeling more supportive for you. So this is why you're sort of pausing this journey this month and sort of looking back. So your forward momentum is going to be a little bit on pause this month. It doesn't mean you're not moving forward, but it's sort of, you're moving forward inwardly. So that's the other way that I'm going to read Rydho, is that it's turned into an inner journey where you're sort of taking this inner journey, which is sort of back, looking back and sort of saying, what about this can I bring forward to the now? What is going to help you? We have Ansu's, which is the rune of communication and manifestation. It is reversed on the upper line for what is helping you. So I am going to read this a couple ways also. First of all, listen. Be a little bit silent. Sort of because the outer world is very talkative and loud, and so it could be distracting. So sort of like turn away from all the yapping. This isn't Mana's reversed, so it's not like the whole world going blah, 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 and you're going to be like, okay, thank you very much, and I'm going to shut out the din. But this is basically going to be sort of turning inward and listening to your inner voice, sort of being still and quiet and listening to the inner voice. Those are the two things. So connecting with your inner communication, whether this is your inner voice and or communicating with your internal guardians, guides, angels, anybody that you consider in the NOR, supportive, communication. I'm just going to leave it at inner voice for now. So you're basically inner communication, communicating with yourself. What about this am I bringing forward? Because there are things about this that I would like to have in my life. What isn't going to help is we have Uruz. Uruz is the rune of the wild ox. This has to do with strength, health, and stubbornness. And the stubbornness is not always a bad thing, but there is a sense of resistance to it. And in the lower line, you're sort of worried about strength, you're worried about health, you're worried about things, but there is a sense of, if you want to dig in and not move forward again because you just want to live here, that's not going to help you. We need to find a way to bring whatever it is here that was helping you forward as you move forward. So if you just want to dig in the past and not move forward, that is not going to help you. What you need to be doing, well, what the runes are suggesting that you do is, if that starts to be the case, bring yourself back up to having that inner communication. The inner communication will move you forward inherently, and you'll be able to explore this because you're looking back, but also communicate that forward into sort of, well, that's an interesting bunch of words in a row. You're basically looking inward, and you're sort of discussing what about this you're going to bring forward. And Ansuz is also the rune of manifestation. So you're sort of going to manifest it within before you turn it around and manifest it outwardly. By the end of this month, because you've done this, you will have learned so much about yourself. There are going to be things that surprise you. We have Pertho, which is the lot box. This has to do with surprises and fate. Reversed, it's inner. So it's really, this month is going to be a real learning experience for you as you look back at this part of your path and sort of revisit it emotionally, mentally, spiritually, but also catch parts of it up with you now so that you can carry them forward. And this whole operation will have shown you so much about yourself that you didn't realize was the case, but was always the case, because that's the thing about the lot box, is that whatever's in it was always in it. So it's going to be a real learning month for you. So that, Aquarius, is your reading for April 2024. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.